Good morning, everyone. Beth here from CornerPiece Studio. Just figured I'd come in Thursday morning while I'm trying to clean my desk. I found this pile of scraps on it. I wanted to see what I might be able to do with it before I head into work. So one of the things that was on my desk is this envelope. Nice big envelope. So I like that. And then I have scraps from, let me come on in. These are scraps from working on my index, not my index cards, my journal cards, my journaling cards. And you can see that picture on my community page. I posted that last night. They came out great. And they're already in my envelope journal. So, all right, so these are scraps that have been left over from doing those journal cards. It's just pieces of magazine paper. And I've cut the extra stuff off the edges, and I'm going to kind of sort things out here, move things to the side. I'm going to cover my envelope. I'm going to make a large pocket. Oops, let me come back out. I'm sorry, you don't need to be that close. Large pocket. I'm first going to start by closing the edge and then snipping it open and going from there. So we're using up some junk mail again and going to use up scraps of magazine from yesterday's project. So yeah, the bigger stuff I have a tendency to keep to do things like this, and then I'll probably go into my little trash cup here. It's an old planter from when I had my son 38 years ago. I have some neat little scraps in here that I like this. I'll probably use, let's see what else is in here that I like. I might use that. And that's kind of about it. So I like those two pieces that were in there. All right. I want to tell you welcome to everybody that's here. If this is your first time, I'm glad you stumbled across my channel. I'm glad you're here. If you like what you see, please press my watermark below and like and subscribe so you can see some more content that I have coming out in the future, and so you can see other things that I have done. You can see the journal cards that I created with these other pieces of this magazine. So there's two videos over there. There's a part 1 and a part 2. So yeah. And part 1 is getting the main magazine image onto the cards. I used other junk mail in that. And then the second one is embellishing them a little bit. So, like I was saying, thank you for being here if this is your first time. Welcome back to those of you who are coming back. And if you're one of my new subscribers, I'm so happy to have you here. That's awesome. All right, this is not old. This is a catalog that, I love the sound of tearing paper. This is a catalog that my husband and I get in the mail, and it usually goes in the trash. It makes for a great gluing surface. Like you saw, I glued on it. You get it sticky, you pull it off. So let's see what I have here. All right. So I want to keep this window. So I'm going to work around it. Sometimes you can work around it. Sometimes you can't. I'm going to try and work around it I did a video, a couple videos back where did I video it? I don't remember. If I did, I will attach it below. But I cut out this after the fact. And then, but today I'm going to just work around it. All right. Let's see. So I hope you all had a good night. The weather is definitely supposed to be warming up here, and we're getting, we're going to be having warmer weather, so all the snow that a lot of other people got will be starting to melt. We didn't get any snow. By the time you could see it snowing, excuse me, and it snowed so heavily, you could see it snowing heavily, but before it hit the ground, it melted. It was just done. So, all right, so I'm playing with this like it's a puzzle, just looking to see what I want and where I want it. And I like her toasting the season of spring. She's over too far. I want that flower to stay on there. I'm going to cut off the inner edge. There we go. So I kept that flower. That's good. And this go here. I'm not minding if I'm hanging over the edges, because the one edge I'm going to fold it in, glue it and fold it in. The other edge I can just cut it off. Okay, I seem to be happy with how things are. So let me just move that aside. I'm going to put glue on this left edge, get these glued down. Again, I'm using an all-purpose glue. I like this one from Elmer's, and I also like this one. Sticks to more surfaces. This one even holds fabric to things, so I like that. School glue does not work. School glue does not work. School glue does not hold. Once it dries, things have a tendency to start peeling off. So school glue does not work. And I'm using a glue stick because a wet glue will make these papers will begin to bubble, and you don't want that. So I'm using the all-purpose glue. It holds it just keeps it down flat. And also the glues that are like a school glue have a tendency to have more water in them. So I had an issue with one of my cards, my journal cards I created yesterday. The glue was more of a school glue, and didn't say it on it, but it was more of a school glue, and it bubbled. It had air pockets in it, and it just bubbled, even though I had scraped it down and all. So you have to be very careful. You have to test and play and see what goes on with your glues. All right, so I got those done. I want to get this on. Just make this whole bottom portion gluey. So, yep, now this is going to be a shorter video than the other ones from yesterday. Because as you can see, we are getting to be close to done. We're gluing things down, and I'm almost all the way around. And now you can embellish these any way you want. You can pull out your washi tapes, which I did. I pulled out my container of washi because I'm thinking of possibly putting some washi on some of the edges of the paper, like right maybe here or here or here. So it depends. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, I'm gonna change this out. Once the page gets gluey, you can just get rid of it. So, all right. And this can be used in, I gotta pull that down. This pouch can be used as an addition to your journals. I'm not sure whether I'm going to, how I'm going to adhere it into a journal. I could just stick it in with a paper clip. Sorry about that noisy truck. That truck is the one usually follows my husband out in the mornings, but he's a little later than usual. Let me get that down where I want it. I can use paper clip and just clip it into a book. I can, now here I used a little much glue, so I'm going to use a rag to smooth it out. There we go. These are, this is a baby washcloth. What's good about that? Once it gets all full of glue and yuck, you can just throw it in the wash and wash it, and you've got it for another day. So instead of paper towels will stick too much to the glue and end up sticking to your work, where this does not. So I use a couple different things to get my pieces to stick with the glue. I use that. I use my scraper, obviously. So it just depends. Like in this situation, sometimes when you know you got a lot of glue, just use that and then scrape it on. There we go. Got that on. Got that on. I'm going to go around and cut. Actually, what I might do is just glue that down so it doesn't peel up off an edge. It's going to be on a back side anyway. I can glue a piece of paper to it, to the back. I'm not sure whether I want to glue this into something yet or use it as a page or use it as a removable pocket. I'm not sure yet. So let's cut all the edges off. I love making things nice and even. Makes it nice and neat. Because what I'll probably do once this is dry is put the washi tape there and do it that way. Okay, let's see. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you had a good night's sleep. I did. So I know I did for once. Where's those words? See, you have this here yet. So there's a lot of things you can do with that. First thing I want to do, I liked these words, and I thought about gluing them right inside there. So when you look in, you see that. And eventually I will create something that goes in there that will have a picture to it. Not this, it's too busy. And just put that in. Or maybe I might just leave this for now, because if you put a picture inside there, it will just detract from the pictures on the outside. It was too busy. It looked like just one sheet of collage paper instead of a collaged envelope. So, all right, let me get the glue on this, and then we'll get this in there. This is simple, and you use up, instead of throwing out a bunch of stuff, you use up things. And you do go through a lot of gluing pages because you don't want to get things stuck as you're gluing. You want to hang on a second. You want to be sure you don't have glue on things that where you don't want it. This is just a little tricky part, getting things inside. There we go. It's in. I'll take this in, rub it around. Make sure there's no glue inside. My envelope stuck shut. That's the most difficult thing, is getting things into the window where you want them to be. But, see, there's that. That's looking pretty good. So let me pull you in a little bit so you can see. See, there's the window. You can see the shiny window. I kept the window. And I just collaged over everything. Now I want to see where I might be able to use these two pieces. Maybe we'll use one right there. I like that. And use one right here. How does that look through the camera? How does that look? That looks pretty good. I like that. And then I'll add some washi tape too. So this is just using up whatever's left on your desk. Scraps of stuff on the desk. And I'm making sure I'm not covering the window. I will cut off the extra in a minute. So I have a couple other pieces. Oh, I found the word gather that was on one of the papers. I want to use that word. The word gather just can mean so many different things. You gather things, or you gather as a group of people. So it could have many different meanings. So I want to use that here. Oh, it's a school bus out there making sound. Couldn't figure out what that noise was outside. It's the high school bus. Got the word gather right there. I like that. See, I put the word gather is right there. It's near the words, but not part of them. Let's cut this off. There. Alrighty, let's see. Not any more. Oh, I have a piece of music paper that I can add. Maybe I'll put that there. Where do I want the music? I'll put that right there. Just use scraps as embellishment. Going right up to the edge of the window on the pocket. Oh, I'm liking it. Liking it. I pulled out my containers of washi tape. I got a couple different ones. I've got this one, which has my pinks and oranges and yellows in it. Oh, butterflies. Butterfly washi. That'll work. And I have another one. Oh, I got my beehive washi. I like that too. And it's a shiny one. I'm going to use both of those. And maybe my bees while I'm at it. Oops. And I'll use my bees. See? So let me do those. Pulled out 2 different boxes. I've got the pinks, oranges, and yellows. I've got one that's got blues and greens. Then the other one is blacks and browns. So the first thing I saw that I really liked was my butterfly washi. I don't remember where I got these. I think I got it as a gift. Yeah, I got it as a gift. My daughter had given a bunch of different washis to me. So I got it as a gift. Now, I like this second butterfly right here. Right here. So I'm going to tear this one off. Now, one thing with washi, it is a tape. However, it is not a permanent tape. So you might want to put a little bit of glue on it before you put it on your work. I'm going to put it here. He's flying around on the table here. There. I have one more butterfly. Where might that work? Oops, that's upside down. Here? Yeah, I could put that there. Don't want to throw it out, so and I'm not sure. You could always, one thing I like about my plastic box is if there's a piece of washi that I don't want to throw out, I take it and I stick it to the inside of my box, which you can't see. Let me turn it this way. I stick it to the inside of the box. So there might be another time that I'll use that piece on something. Okay, so let's see what we've done. We've glued on our scraps of paper, and we're now decorating the edge. I need to get a marker. I'll be right back. Okay, here I am. I went and got my Posca pens. I have a white one and a black one. I saw these 2 spots here, and I want to put something on them. I could put some washi on them, but I don't want to. Let's see. No. I don't want to put... Yeah, maybe that one. Kind of like that. All right, what I want to do with the Posca pen is on this one here, on this piece here, I just want to put some dots just to give that little piece a little bit of character and to separate it from others. See, I just added some dots to it. This one, I think I'm going to add that piece of washi. I'm going to add a piece of this little floral washi. Now this, I probably got at Hobby Lobby. I get a lot of my stuff from either Hobby Lobby or Michael's, or even the Dollar Tree. Sometimes they have some really cool things. So I'm not sure. But if you go and you look in these places, there we go. That looks good. Let me move that back over. Move you over. There. That's good. And you gently burnish it down with your scraper or whatever you're using. So there's those. Butterflies I used. Let's see, where I want to put I might not put that on here. because I don't want to take away from the pictures. That's the thing. I might put the bees on here. I don't want to take away from the pictures. So now these bees I actually got in a package of 4 or 5 rolls from Hobby Lobby, and I found them in the sewing section in Hobby Lobby. This one says creative on it, so I like that. And actually it was cheaper than if I went into the paper section and looked for washi. So there, I put some bees on there. All right, so I think I'm going to stop for now. Got to let this dry. So thank you for hanging out with me this morning for about 26 minutes. And I hope you have a great Thursday. And somewhere along the way, I will show you what I do with this, where I put it. So for now, have an awesome day. If you liked what you saw here, please like and subscribe. It helps, really helps my channel. I'll turn it this way. Pull it in. It really helps my channel. And you're also using up some scraps and getting rid of some stuff that might be laying around on your desk that you're like, oh, I don't really want to throw it out. So just use it up and make a collage envelope, or you can even do it on a piece of paper, make a collage paper and then use that for fodder, or cut it up for journaling cards or whatever. All kinds of stuff you can do with what's on your desk. So, hey, that might be how I start this. What's on my table? So I use what's on my table. Okay, so you all have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.